Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Uncut Automotive. Today we're here joined with my friend Olivia and her gorgeous 5 litre Mustang. Olivia, give us a little nice little rundown of what you've done to the car.
Right, okay. It's mostly aesthetics.
Yep.
I love the red and black contrast on anything, so yeah, we tried to pick it up in this. Start at the front.
Yep, go for the front, by all means.
Front splitter.
Yep.
Bonnet wrapped, well, the centre part wrapped, and all the way down. Short plate, obviously. Trying to think now. Yellow calipers throughout, which is good handiwork from.
Yep, she painted them myself. In her garden.
Took me a week, and I'm never ever going to do that again. But I think they look all right. Completely de-chromed, so yeah.
Went for the colour coded look, basically.
Get rid of that. Black roof.
Yep,
side
final wrapped again.
Well, extra side skirts, side fenders, rear skirts, rear diffuser, spoiler, and lights. So yeah.
You're missing one thing though.
Oh, I always forget.
The elephant in the room.
Aquapobic exhaust as well. So yes, it is a V8 that can be straight piped, but it obviously has a valve back box in it for.
But let's be real.
Reasons.
I mean, let's be real. You drive it with them open all the time.
Most of the time, one of them's actually stuck open at the top.
Oh, okay. So that's Ford.
It literally can't close, so yeah, it's just constantly loud.
That's just Ford issues. I mean, you know.
Yeah, we don't.
I have the same issues with that kind of thing. Mine are permanently stuck open as well.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. It's always stuck. And then inside.
Yeah, you go for it. I'm on the wrong side.
Yeah. New steering wheel and carbon fibre wrap on the dashboard.
She's gone for the drift wheel with a little bit on top, so on a later episode we'll have to get the car going sideways.
Well no, just take me around a roundabout now and I'll go sideways anyway.
Who's driving? Me or you? That's the question. She's had new rear lights fitted to it as well, which are awesome. They've got the nice repeaters on them. Shall we give you a little demo of them? There we go.
They are quite cool. I do like them.
It's a nice
I can't see them. Can never see them, but I love them.
No, but when someone's following you, you know.
It gives them a good little light show.
Yeah.
But yeah, so not much done to it. Well.
Have you got anything else you want to do to it? That's what I was going to say next.
Everyone keeps telling me to supercharge it.
Yeah.
I know you keep saying
turbo all the way.
So yeah.
Because I mean, I don't know if you can pop the bonnet on this, just so we can see. It's probably lovely and clean under there, like the rest of the car.
Don't.
It's not very much of not a very big gap on there. Look how clean that is.
That is hot underneath there.
This is what my engine looks like, but it's in a billion pieces right now. I'm missing this whole side of the bank of cylinders.
So I had to change the battery in this a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
And where's the battery?
It's in the boot in this one, isn't it?
Nope.
Under there.
Do you know how long it took them to try and find that? And then they had to get all the little knobs. Oh my god, it was just a nightmare. But it still had the original battery in from factory.
Okay, that's not too bad.
So it lasted 4 years, so yeah.
So do a few little movements under around here, you know, and you can fit a lovely big turbo where this airbox is. Because that is a big airbox. I don't know if you can see that on camera. That is this whole section here. It goes all the way down here to the pollen filter, including this bit here as well, to the air intake from the front. So massive amount of room. You can just do the cheap way, and you know the way everyone does it. Take the whole centre section off and put a supercharger on top. Turbo. Well, shall we go out for a drive and see how she goes?
Let's go.
Right, let's crack on.
Watch that massive hole.
I know. So many holes in the road at the moment, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, paying road tax for a valid reason.
Don't, it's just crazy. It's always my argument.
Some major league money laundering from the government.
Yeah, she's warm. That's the thing, when she's,
Perfect.
Always the way, isn't it?
Exactly what you want.
We're just going to have a nice leisurely stroll to Civil Headingham now.
Yeah, well that's actually what this video is about. We're just showing how daily drivable the car is, that's all.
It is actually...
Don't want to hear it at all.
It is actually quite a drivable daily. Like, at the moment I've got it in obviously sport mode.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, when you have it in just normal drive, I take it to Epping and Chigwell all the time, and it's really comfortable.
Right.
Considering
what
the
about
car,
fuel consumption though?
I am really surprised how little I am actually at the petrol station.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I thought you would have known every single worker in the petrol station by name.
I
by
do.
now.
I do know
That's
that.
only in sport mode though.
But we're like 20.6 miles to the gallon now. So it's
not bad.
It's not good, it's not bad. Like we do have a works car which gets like 44.5 miles to the gallon.
Right.
That's amazing to drive.
Bit more boring to drive.
Oh, so boring. But you don't have to visit the petrol station. Whereas this, yeah, you are back and forth a bit. But I was quite surprised how little I am. I thought I would be there a lot more.
Yeah.
Or does that show that I don't drive the car properly?
I mean, that's up to the viewers to decide. Yeah. I'm not going to say anything.
Should I be there more often? But yeah.
I mean, to be fair, there's a time and a place for kicking the shit out of the car.
Yeah.
And maybe it's not 7 days a week. I mean, it depends what you drive or how you drive, but
I had a good drive this morning in it, so yeah, that's probably why I had to go to the petrol station before here.
Yeah. And might have to go afterwards.
Yeah, very true. I just never know where it sounds really stupid, I never know where to get petrol because people always say don't get it from supermarkets.
To be honest, I think that's just like an age-old debate.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the fuel is probably very similar. Because there can't be that many different companies which are importing it, so...
I think they say the supermarkets water it down or something, I don't know.
I don't know.
I just don't know how much of it's true.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think that was a thing that was made up by...
BP.
Yeah, I think it's like the external petrol stations, because obviously they don't want to lose business by...
Well, in saying that, me and my friend went to a car meet a few weeks ago and he's got a 720S.
Right.
And he filled up at Tesco's.
Yeah, I mean that says enough. If you're running, if you're running a McLaren on Tesco fuel, then I don't think anyone needs to worry about their normal cars.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, as you said, in terms of daily drivability, the car's comfortable to sit in. It's not
it's really comfortable, and
although it is ridiculously loud, it's when you have the windows shut. It's not annoying when it's low revs. It sits there pretty comfortably.
It is quite. When I first got it, I thought, oh my goodness, is that drone going to be quite draining on you and just constantly go through you? But once it's at a steady speed, especially, it is not too bad.
Yeah.
And then obviously, I do have my own karaoke in the car as well when I'm on my own.
This is true.
So you can't hear it anyway sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
You have to have a good old sing-song.
I mean, it's loud enough to piss off your neighbours, but not loud enough to piss off you on a long drive, let's put it that way.
Well, yeah, and my neighbours actually have said to me that they love the sound because I think it is a proper sound. It's not like some cars that you do see which
don't
Renault sound great.
Clios,
don't sound great sometimes. I haven't had anyone complain about it yet, so that's always a positive.
I mean, that probably says quite a lot about your neighbours though. They seem pretty alright.
But I need to get rid of this Volkswagen though.
Typical getting stuck behind an electric car. I mean, we've got two polar opposites right now. You've got a 5 litre which is doing nothing but polluting the environment, and then you've got an electric car in front which is preaching like Greta Thunberg about how they want to support the environment. But
and to make those batteries causes more harm to the environment.
Yeah, it does. See, I don't understand this. I mean, this is sort of a conversation for a complete other video, but honestly, I don't understand how. And it's like the life expectancy of them as well. I mean, you could probably drive the socks off this engine and it'll probably be alright for a fair few miles, but
the cost to replace one of those batteries is insane.
Yeah, I think it's upwards of £5,000, isn't it?
Oh yeah, something stupid. We need to get someone with an electric Mustang.
Yeah.
And then this.
That's true. And then you do a longevity test.
Yeah.
See which one dies first.
Exactly. The thing is though, I have to fill up more, but they have to spend 4 or 5 hours charging. So that's always been a bugbear for me, because how many times do you go and plug your phone in and forget to turn on the plug?
Yeah, this is true.
How many times are you going to plug your car in or forget to plug your car in to charge?
My dilemma is, So obviously there's times in life when like an emergency happens and you need to drive somewhere, and you need to get out in your car. What happens if your car's out of battery? Like what do you do? Like a family member calls you, sorry, my car's on charge.
Yeah,
like,
sorry, I'll be there in 3 hours.
Yeah.
Just charge it right now.
Gotta let it charge.
No, it is. Yeah, we were umming and ahhing about getting one for work.
Yeah.
But yeah, we still can't bring ourselves to it yet. So.
I mean, some of them are all right for like, if you've got to be in like very specific like mileage requirements to be able to use an electric car though, like.
And location, like. Yeah. Round here, there's not many places to charge them unless you have a charger at home. But it is.
And a lot of people that live around here have to drive quite far to work and stuff anyway, so it's like commuting distances, it doesn't really make much sense. Anyway, enough of the electric car talk when we're sitting in a car with a 5-litre engine. It's a bit of a polar opposite, but
good to have variety.
Yeah, this is true. I'll tell you what else would be good to have, not an electric car in front of us on the way back.
Exactly right. Stick to speed limits. We're in a village.
Yeah, absolutely. No illegal speeding.
Exactly.
Not allowed. So in terms of, so you said you had an A35 before.
Yeah.
Was that the car you had literally just before owning this car?
Yes. Yeah, I literally traded it in.
Yeah.
It was, yeah. As I said, I loved it. It was so much fun. And he pretty much ran out of balls before he ran out of road with it. It was just insane. You could fly around corners like nothing.
Yeah.
But you had to rag the hell out of it to be able to get any noise out of it, to make it pop, bang and everything like that. Whereas this, we're just cruising at 40 and you can hear it, and it has just got such a nice deep roar. I just love a loud car.
Yeah, I think that's like a universal thing though. I think everyone loves a loud car, especially a deep loud car as well.
Exactly. But no, the A35 was such a fun car.
Yeah.
And I was sad to see it go, but then I got into this and I wasn't sad anymore.
Yeah. Do you ever, obviously, because there's a few variations of engine in these cars. I think there's an EcoBoost you can get in a model of one. Yeah. Do you ever see a lot of people driving around in like an EcoBoost one? They'll look at you and you just got to sort of not associate with them.
I know of someone that's got an EcoBoost and they have kitted it out in a Shelby kit.
Right.
And you just kind of sit there and you think, oh my god. And then I know someone that's got a 5-litre and they've actually put a full Shelby kit on it and a Shelby badge.
Yeah. And
I'm like, don't do that. If you haven't got it, don't do it.
Up badging.
Don't. I hate that so much. But I used to find that a lot in my Mercedes. Everyone used to put AMG badges on their cars when they were most clearly diesels. But yeah. I didn't think people did that with Mustangs, but apparently they do.
Yeah.
It's when they take the badges off the EcoBoost as well. I don't mind that, but don't take it off an EcoBoost and then put a 5-litre on it.
No, absolutely not. So in terms of cars that you've owned prior to obviously this one,
Yep.
Is it, so have you had any like manual cars, or do you sort of stay with... No,
my Mercedes A35 was my first automatic, and this is my second. So everything before that was manual, and my work, we've got truck for work and a normal car for work, and they're both manual as well. So.
Right, I see.
So I like swapping between the two.
Yeah. I always think though, if I was to buy an automatic car, that any time I sit and try and drive a manual car, I'd be like really rusty. I don't know why, if that's just like
it does hurt your leg.
A worry thing.
If you're sitting in traffic and you're driving a manual, you don't realise how much your left leg hurts after it.
Yeah. Especially if it's if you could get like a 5-litre, like a muscle car, like I know Richard with his Cobra.
Oh my god.
The clutch in that is like doing a leg press. It's awful.
Well, he said that just now. I know someone that had a 5-litre Mustang in a manual. Yeah. And they just said you had to properly drive it, whereas this, I can completely mong out sometimes and then sit there and think, oh, how did I end up here?
Yeah.
But yeah, they said with the manual, it was, you had to concentrate because it was a car in its own mind. So yeah.
Does sound so nice though. I can understand why driving it like every day you love the noise of the thing.
I get bored of cars really easily. I generally change my cars every 2 years. I've had this 2.5 years now, and I still absolutely
not
love
bored?
it.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
I
that's usually a good
absolutely love it.
sign.
I get into it, and yeah, I love it. Even when you walk up to it in a car park,
Yeah.
look at it going, hell yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the 3 words that you used to describe it off camera were fast, red, and loud.
Pretty much, yeah.
I think it ticks every one of those boxes pretty well.
Yeah, I think that's the way to describe this car, really.
Yeah. I mean, the roads around here aren't amazing for opening it up completely, because as soon as you sort of get it up through the revs, you tend to run out of road, which isn't ideal. But yeah, I don't doubt this is shy if you get it on a straight bit of road and you want to put your foot down quite a lot.
Yeah, considering the size of it and how heavy the car is, when it wants to move, it will move.
Yeah.
That's one good thing about it. Obviously, it does have the tendency to kick out at the back sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, as long as you're aware of it and you can correct it quickly, then yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would not consider that an issue at all. I think that's more of a positive than anything.
The amount of roundabouts I've gone round kind of just sliding around sideways is just incredible. But
yeah, I mean, that's the joys.
well, the first time it happened, I was like, oh my god. But then after that, you kind of get used to it. Hello.
You can hear this thing rumbling for about 3 miles.
Can you actually?
I do not doubt
I
that.
heard you all the way to the turn off.
Really?
Oh, Jesus.
Thingy from here. I overtook an R8 on the way down here because he was doing 38 mile an hour for 60. And I thought,
Why would you own an Audi R8 if you're going to do 38 mile an hour on a 60?
Down the bottom of that hill before you get to a nice little follow through bit.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, there's like 63, let's go for it. And he was like, up his arse. He didn't do it. I was like, oh, fuck you, overtake on the corner then. So I overtook him on the outside of the corner.
Nice.
I
Outrageous.
was like, just looked at him. I was like, you're getting done by a diesel scene.
If that's not humbling, then I don't know what is.
That's the thing, yeah.
Then I pulled over here and he was like, what was the point? I was like, I just done you. It doesn't matter. I was like,
I have no shame.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Tell you what, after standing at the back of it after you gave it a rev, I think I've lost some hearing. Put it that
loud, I told you. Oh. Well, when I first went to see it was. I just randomly looked on Auto Trader one day,
Right.
and a red one. I love red cars.
Yeah.
And a red one came up, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I looked at it, it was Ipswich.
Right.
I was like, I've got to go and see it.
Yeah.
Literally booked it in, went to see it on the Wednesday. The Friday, I went to pick it up.
Yeah.
It was just, yeah, but they had a glass showroom,
Right.
and they started this up in the glass showroom, and I was like, how did that not just shatter the windows?
Yeah.
It was so loud. It was so loud.
Was it straight piped when you got it, or was
Yeah. So I put a valve back box in it,
Right.
just so I could control it a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to say. Because like when you're actually in the car, the sound deadening from the outside, it's not like ridiculously loud.
No, which is quite nice actually. Well, it is and it isn't. I keep saying to people, I'd love someone to drive past me in this so I
you
can hear it from the outside.
Yeah. Well, hopefully on the video you can get a little bit of a sense, but obviously in real life it's completely different. Because obviously your phone speakers can't sort of comprehend how loud it is in real life.
No, exactly. How did he catch us up?
It's because he drives like a knob. For those of you watching the video, you can see a diesel Seat behind us. Can you guess which person that is? I'm guessing he's probably got his sunglasses on in the window.
Probably. He hasn't even done anything to that, has he?
Yeah, it's got a new engine in it. It's
has it?
mapped as well. Yeah, it's got a bigger turbo.
Alright, I'll let him get off then.
So, sort of like future plans for the car, you plan on keeping it, upgrading it, etc.?
I don't know. I have inquired about the new Mustang.
Right.
So yeah, we'll just see what happens, see what comes of that.
Yeah.
But then I have been looking at, other cars, so.
Is there anything specific that you'd get after this? I mean, it's sort of a hard thing to match or beat.
I did start looking at McLarens, but so many things go wrong with them apparently.
Yeah.
So I've kind of been put off with those. But then I did start looking at an AMG GT.
Right.
But
It's a bit of a change.
yeah, I don't know is the honest answer. I keep looking, and at the moment, nothing's popping out and shouting at me.
Yeah, like nothing you're looking at and gone, yeah, I'd have that over what I'm driving at the minute.
Exactly. So, oh my god, be cool.
No.
So yeah, if something doesn't scream at me, I won't change it.
Yeah.
So that's the main
I suppose
thing.
there's not really much reason to, though. I mean, as you said, you're not bored of driving it. You're not in a rush to get rid of it. So.
I still love it. So yeah, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shall I park there?
Thanks for letting us go out on a drive in it as well.
That's okay.
We did get a bit unlucky first time round with that electric car, but
but we made up for it on the rest of the straights. So
yeah, it's true.
Right, well, I think Lewis had some fun out there on the roads with you.
Good.
I heard you got some nice shots and some nice, good sound pulls in the car. That kind of puts an end to this week's video, to be honest. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you see us at the next one. And if you really feel like it, and you want to get involved and you want to get your cars all featured, please leave a comment in the video or give us a nice email. Cheers, guys. See you next week.